This is Chris with Northern Bullet, and this is Anakin Skywalker, finally! This guy's finally turned up on here. Turned up in the middle of last week on, then I've actually kept him in the box. I don't know how I've managed it, to be fair, because I just wanted to rip it up to shreds and just get into the figure itself. But I wanted to show you just as it came in the box on here, straight from Secret Base, straight from my guy. This is James Irwin, who pretty much gets me all my figures, to be fair. Absolutely sound guy. Everyone to pick anything up, go straight through him, find him on Facebook, find him on any of those groups on there. He'll sort you out. Always gets the Hong Kong stock, always gets it in nice and quick. Let's just get on with this and let's just crack this beast open and have a look at it. Okay, right. Well, I wasn't going to end up basically doing this one-handed and basically just try and open this up. So I've done this now on here. Always comes with this part on here, and then we're just going to open this up. And here we go. I've got so many of these carrier bags now, it's stupid. Well, there you go. Secret Base bag that it comes in there. So, I really want to go there someday, you know, I really have to. And then absolutely lovely package, and look. There he is. Oh, the beautiful man himself, right. Let me just put this bubble wrap to one. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Yeah, we've got to do that every time, don't we? Let's be honest on there, and let's get him in. Okay, do you know what? I'm not doing it one-handed. We're going to basically snap two, and then get him out there. So I'm not quite sure if you can really see this. Here's the Anakin box. Let's just zoom in a little bit more so I can try and show a little bit of light on there. It's like all the rest. Let's be perfectly honest on there. I have a tantrum when it's not a standard shoebox, in all fairness, because these things just do the job on there. Picture looks great, nice simple design on there. If we spin him round, MMS437 Anakin Skywalker, and there's no sorry for it being late, but there we go. Let's crack him open and have a proper look. I'll lift this off and just pop this to one side. And there he is, pristine and beautiful. And this is always the biggest pain in the neck of these things, because of all the protective covering on there for the head and all the rest of it. You never really sort of get a full sort of flavour of what the figure's going to be like. I mean, you can see the sabers there, and Dooku's saber, Anakin's saber. Well, they look great. You can sort of see Anakin's arm there. The row looks a little bit short, but that's a standard complaint, if I know. Perfectly honest, we've got a few batteries there. Looks like some hand pegs. Do you know what? Let's just crack this open and carry on, shall we? Right. Okay, so here's the box. Pretty much everything taken out of it. Well, the main part anyway, Anakin, and the base itself. It does exactly what it says on the box. It doesn't do anything new, doesn't do anything different. It's just basically holds it in there securely. But I mean, that's what it's there for at the end of the day. Very middle of the road, nothing new at all. Based on the box itself, the shoebox, the cover in the packaging, the little slip cover that sits on the top. It's just a standard 3 out of 5 for me on packaging, to be honest. Okay, as always, here are the instructions. I can't emphasise enough. Please, 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 please read them. Otherwise, you will rake your £200 figure on here. So assembling the LED lighted lightsaber. Okay, so you don't take out the hilt from its hand by the looks of it. Putting the red saber together, happy days. Attaching the saber hilt to the belt. So it actually comes with a separate part, that's interesting. There we go. Banging on the robe, which I'll probably end up doing, to be fair. And don't bend him like a mentalist. Simple as that. Flip over the other side, we have detached gloved hand and arm. Here's tin arm. Blue saber. Mechano arm again. I'm not entirely sure. Well, we've got a separate bit, to be fair. Oh well, not to worry, I'm sure I'll be enlightened the more I do it. Alright, so let me get this piece down. Okay, here we go. So here's the figure itself. Not really sure if it's a good idea to have this light on there, to be fair, because it's not doing much for the figure. In hand, the sculpting's great. Doesn't really look like Anakin on this light. Let me just let's start this again. Let's just turn off the light here. Okay, so here we are. I turned off the light and it was just such a pain in the neck. So I'll apologise in advance, guys. This is not going to be the most consistent video in the world, but well, what the hell? I mean, let's just turn around. I mean, the sculpt itself looks great. I mean, when you catch him in the right angle, I mean, Christ. Look at those eyes. Absolutely in love with it. I mean, in hand, it's even better. The camera's really not doing him justice. I mean, you'll sort of turn into an angle, and he goes out of focus. Yeah, you turn him at an angle, and he's there. It might as well be him himself. It looks gorgeous. The hair's spun. And at the end of the day, there's only one sort of decent time that Anakin looks cool, and it's in Episode 3. And yeah, I mean, it looks great. I mean, let's be honest on there. I mean, the scars on there. The sculpt itself is what we come to expect from Hot Toys, really. So for this, I would say easily we're looking at a 4.5, 5. Let's be generous. Let's just say it's a 5 because of the wait time we've had before they've had time to fuss with it. The paintwork itself, again, I'm not really sure if you can sort of really see the quality on there. Nice tone on here, really captures the skin. The texturing on there is absolutely spot on. Normally for me, sometimes the lips end up being way too dark on here. Anakin, it looks absolutely spot on. The eyes, yes, they're always. I mean, that's where Hot Toys really excel, is the eyes. They make them feel really lifelike. Going round into the hair itself, nice layering on there. It looks absolutely fantastic on here. I'm really well made up with this. It looks absolutely great on there. The paintwork is absolutely gorgeous on there. If I see if I can get him in any closer. Let's have a go. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's Anakin. So yeah, I mean, look, you can sort of see the sort of skin mottling and slightly on there. It's really well done. I mean, look at the shading around the eyes as well. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Paintwork, it's solid for me. Doesn't do anything brand new. It's just per person at the end of the day. For me, that's a 4 out of 5 right there. So now let's have a look at the costume itself. So, as we all know, this is Anakin straight from 3. I've left the cloak on for this bit, because I've not taken it off. And I mean, the outfit itself, absolutely gorgeous. The sleeves, nice and long on there, so you can just sort of get a hint of the clothes on there. Very heavy duty, very heavy duty. I'm really liking that. It's a nice bit of weight to it. Gives it a nice bit of hang on there. The same thing on it. I don't know, maybe I need to muck about with it a little bit more. As always, it just seems a bit short. Just seems a bit short. His knees are straight. Maybe I have to bend him out a little bit on there. In regards to his boots, nice soft leather on there. It looks like, yep, yeah, just one piece boots rather than 2 pieces. What you find with a lot of figures is they'll sort of make it a 2-piece seal off. This part here will be a separate piece, and then obviously the main shoe part there as well. That's where it'll sort of hide the joint. This is just literally just soft pleather type plastic, so it's nice and bendable on there without restricting here. Just some sort of standard fabric on there. Nice bit of plastic pleather type stuff on there. And then here's one little bit that I'm quite happy with. The hood is actually wire in there, so you get a nice bit of hang on there. So we'll try that out in a few minutes. So yeah, it does exactly as it says on the tin on here. A nice sort of, oops, let's do a quick shot with him without the cloak on, and we'll have a proper look at that as well. Sans cloak, right all the way down on there. Looks absolutely gorgeous on there, catching those tones that we see on there. That rough sort of linen feel. It makes it looks like that rough sort of linen on there. And then of course we've got the gauntlet, the glove. Let's give him a bit of a turn around there. Look at that. How cool is that? That just looks absolutely spot on. And same with the sleeves there. The belt as well. So you've got the saber holder. Let's go around to the back. Pouch on there. It's going to be non-opening, of course. More pouchy. A couple of little cylinder things. I don't know what they actually are for. It's hard to see, so if you find it out, that's not openable. Into there. So, I mean, that looks absolutely fantastic as well on there. A little bit out of alignment maybe on there. We've got a touch of Velcro. Touch of Velcro there just to keep them in check. nice and tight, nice and lined up on there. These meant to be like that? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But looks absolutely great on there. Very 80s actually with those shoulder pads in all fairness. But yeah, I think it looks absolutely great. Hang on a second. Ah, that's interesting. This is wide as well. That's really cool actually, so get to sort of muck around with that as well. What else is wide? Let's see. And the bottom of the tunic's wide. Okay, that's cool. So there you have it. So the bottom of the left-hand sleeve. Let's get him back in focus. So the bottom of the left-hand sleeve is in focus. It is in focus. The bottom of the left-hand sleeve, that's wide. The bottom of the tunic as well is wide, and also the hood of the cloak is wide. Some really good work on this. A lot of great tailoring on there. The wiring as well, really good. Do you know what? It's a 4 out of 5 for me. I'd like to give him a 5, but it's just a costume at the end of the day. It's not a massive amount of stuff on here. Trousers and a top. But it's what they have done, it's really well done. So yeah, for me, 4 out of 5 for that in total for that. Here's the guy at the box. I've put the cloak back on, as you can see. Play with the wiring. I'm not very good when it comes to that kind of thing, so a bit more practice, I guess, for that one on there. But here is the accessories section. So we have Anakin Saber, detachable blade, Dooku Saber, detachable blade. We've also got Anakin's mechanical arm. Yes, I am a big child, I know. We've got, for the right hand, we have sort of a grabby, sort of gesturing hand, a force pointy fingers, and then a saber grabbing hand on there to go with the fist that it already comes with. On the left hand, we've got a sort of an outstretched palm. We've got a more of a force gesturing palm. We've got a saber holdy. So there's a saber holdy one, and then again, it's more gesturing, isn't it? I mean, you could sort of for that, I'd probably do a force choke with that sort of style on there. Can we get him in focus? You know what? I'll just put it down. No, just turn your head. 1, 2, 3, turn. No kidding. Okay, so yeah, you've got that one, so you can almost sort of let me flip him over. Yeah, so at that angle, you can almost sort of see him doing a force choke with that. Also, you get his LED Light Up Saber Arm. You get a couple of plugs, so you can attach the saber hilt if it'll focus. There we go. So yeah, just plugs into there, and then it'll just hang into place. You also get 2 flesh colour pegs, 1 black peg for the hands, because they do go. And then this thing. Do you know what? I really don't know how to feel about this. It's nice to have an option. Quite basically, it is a sticker. So it's textured, so you get a nice grip on there. And it's just basically just for the bottom of the stand. I mean, the stand I suppose counts as it as well. But the stand itself is just very, very basic. It's not even textured like a lot. The New Hope stuff came with like a grid base. And the Rogue One things that came with a different style of base on there. So, yes, I don't know what they're playing on there, putting this sticker on. I suppose it gives you a choice, but at this price point, I'd rather actually that was etched into the bottom of the base. In all fairness, be even nicer if they put some LEDs in the bottom of it and had that grating light up in there. Will I be undoing it? Probably not. In all fairness, I'll be going back inside the box. I like the idea that we've got the second saber. We've got a nice range of hands. I like the fact that the Anakin's exposed arm. The fingers are all articulated. But at this stage in the game for Hot Toys, they should be doing that. That's just a standard on there. Let's have a look at the... Oh, come on, you can do it. Yeah, okay, so standard off on there. Undo the screws, whack in the batteries. Oh, of course, yeah, you do also get faucet back. Yeah, 3 batteries as well. Not going to be the highest grade. They've got to cut corners somewhere. I wouldn't be actually using them myself. So 3.5. Yeah, I'd say 3.5 for accessories. Nice little range on there. Nothing really sort of unexpected or makes you just go wow. That sticker base, I don't think that's a great idea, to be fair. And the fact that the base itself is just very, very basic on there. Very, very cheap now in this day. So it's not those really old oval bases they used to do. They were really cheap. You can get like 3 of those for £3 now on eBay, but it's not great. So 3.5 in total. Here we are. Articulation, it's not bad on there. It doesn't really sort of come under here, but in regards to the hands, feel very, very confident when you're popping them off, taking them on. Switched out a couple. I don't know if it's because I've now had them for a while now. Sort of sometimes it's you have to take them off very, very gingerly, sort of just ease them off. These popped off without an issue, to be fair, so I was really happy about that. The ankle articulation, you do suffer a little bit from the one-piece boots on there. You do sort of have to sort of coax it a little bit into sort of the deeper stance on there. But once you do get in there, just work with it, and you can get a sort of half-decent stance on there. I tend to sort of have mine in museum poses anyway, so this is out of the ordinary for me, if I'm really honest. Stability is not great in a deeper stance. The ab crunch on there is present, but you've got to coax it again because of the costume more than anything else on there. But yeah, it's great on there. It's middle of the range. I don't really sort of have much of an issue if articulation's limited, basically because I don't put mine into a lot of action poses anyway. So, you know, I'll put it in sort of moody cloak pose, maybe, if that on there. Again, just want to highlight the wire in here. So, I don't know, maybe you could sort of, oops. I don't know, maybe that looks like a sort of swooshing along, so it's just whoosh, kind of thing, maybe, I don't know. But on the whole, I like it, it's great. Middle of the road, not an outstanding amount on there. It's more than it should be. The knees, there's no real sort of articulation problem there at all. You can get the arms nice to his side without much of a bother on there. That, for me, I'd call it a 4. 4 out of 5 for that, to be fair. I'm really happy with that. It looks great. Let's have a few more plays on with it. Okay, so here we are again. Another pose, just more of a neutral pose. Just with Dooku and his saber in place on there. You know, that's the last thing Can Dooku saw. Well, you know, it was looking in the right direction at least, but yeah, that's not great, is it? But on the whole, this guy looks absolutely amazing on here. I'm going to grab my Luke, actually. Let's put a comparison next to each other as well, just so you can sort of compare the heights. But yeah, I am totally stoked with this guy massively. Let's have a look. So, as you can tell, it's not just Anakin and Luke here. We've also got little Atto. But on the whole, you can really sort of tell the difference. Actually, I mean, the Luke is one of the earlier figures I had. Still looks like Luke. Still looks like a young Hamill. But that, I don't know, it just looks a heck of a lot better. I mean, R2, he looks bang on. That's a Sideshow one, not the Hot Toys, I just need to point out. Basically, just because the Hot Toys one might be a little bit better for a lot of people. But he just hasn't got as many bits and pieces with him, basically. But he's not, you know, he's not for this one, that's for another time, maybe. You know, this loose Luke's a little bit stooped over, maybe. Not really, actually. So, yeah, you can sort of see why Darth Vader was towered over him, actually, because at the end of the day, Luke was a little teeny man. In fact, you know what, it's time to get Vader, isn't it, as well? Oh, we might as well muck around. Okay, right, let me grab Vader too. Here we are. So, here's old Darth, and here's old Anakin. Actually, while we're here, this is the base I was talking about. See how it's sort of gridded with this A New Hope version on there. God, this guy's dusty. I need to sort something out. So, yeah, I'd like to have seen that continue. Maybe a different sort of design, perhaps more evocative even of prequel era. But who knows? It doesn't matter at the end of the day, does it? It's just a base. There's definitely a height difference between the two, actually. But I suppose he would get that, because obviously his head doesn't reach all the way to the top of that. That's the helmet. Plus he had some, whole new robot legs. And then it was the 70s, so it was probably in platforms too. So there you go. You can sort of see before and after the man himself. Will I display them? Actually, yeah, they're going to be displayed right next to each other, aren't they, to be fair? So I think that'll be spot on. Yeah, it's very cool. I am still no good at posing with these blooming hoods. I'm really not. Okay. So, final thoughts. Do I like him? Yes, I bloody well do. Do I love him? Damn right I do. So if I was going to finally rate on a couple of little issues, I don't like, I wish that wasn't happening. So maybe I've got it bunched up. Maybe it is literally not wide enough. Maybe, I don't know. I wish I was better posing hoods better. But I think this guy's absolutely spot on. He's absolutely gorgeous. In total, overall, I would basically say, well, 4.5. A couple of little bits and pieces spoil the party for me. So yeah, 4.5 for me. If you can get hold of him, snap this beast up, because he is absolutely fantastic. If you like Star Wars, you will absolutely love this guy. He's beautiful, absolutely fantastic. I adore him. I absolutely adore him. I would give him a standard Northerner rating of he's well championing. He's proper champion. So he's great. He's great. If you want an Anakin figure, this is the one to go for. There is one. I'll pop a picture up in a minute. Actually, in fact, let's do it now. There's a sideshow one that was out a few years back with stupid big ears. He's crazy. A massive step up. A massive step up. Get him. Simple as that. So that's all from me. Many thanks for watching this video. I hope you've still stuck with me. Many thanks to James Irwin, my man, who's just basically just making me poor. Simple as that. You want a Hot Toys figure, get in touch with him on Facebook. He's on a lot of the groups. The way you find there's 1/6 Society. There's loads of Star Wars groups, and I can't name them all offhand. I will do at some point. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I want to do more of these. I'm getting some new hardware soon. Might even get a tripod again. So big improvements on the way. Get a better space to film in as well. Thanks for your time. Take care. Bye now. Ta-da.